Hello to you, all of you to my Onlyfans account. Please understand this message. I am a counselor and also a therapist. In my past, I used to be a therapist to hundreds of women and hundreds of men. I also babysitted a lot of kids in my past. And of course, in my past, I was multitudes of different things. It's really, I can list them all here, but that's not what this video is about. So you can check it on the side when you have the time. Okay, this video is just advice for all of you women and even men who watch my videos, okay? Because I know it's not just gravitating towards women, it's also towards men too, and everyone else in between, okay? So this message is basically fall for your type, okay? Please, peoples, be realistic. Be realistic. When I encounter a lot of women in my inbox, okay, across the board on the internet, okay, online dating services, and yada yada yada, these women know that we're not really sexually compatible. Either she's more compatible sexually with me, or I'm more less compatible sexually with her. It's one or the other, okay, and even also through mental psychosis and intellectual properties, okay. The thing is that if you look at yourself in the mirror, now I know you probably have heard of some people like Kevin Samuels who give harsh critique to women and harsh critique to men. I don't do such a thing, but I'm just trying to be a realist to you, okay? If you know that, if you're overweight, okay, you know that's not natural, okay? You're gonna have to be realistic with yourself and think, I have to find someone who is like myself. You cannot say in your mind, okay, I'm going to find a very highly attractive guy. While I'm highly unattractive and unhealthy, I'm going to try to find a guy who doesn't smoke while I do smoke. You really can't work with that. That's not going to work, okay? So, if you say you want someone who's a six-figure income guy, at least try not to be materialistic because that's pretty a shallow move when it comes down to thinking about a relationship rather than just thinking about the person instead of the money. If it comes down to trust, you have to learn how to trust yourself first before you can even bother with anyone else. In my past history, I've dealt with countless people and different multitudes of different personality types. So I've learned to listen to them, okay, to be a counselor or a therapist to them because my emotions is more evolved than they are. So lots of people spill their guts out to me and tell me all sorts of personal things, too much information, which is okay. It's okay. It's fine. But the moral of what my video is that to always fall for your type, okay? This video is very short, I know. But if you want to talk more on how to improve on certain aspects of yourself when it comes to health, intellectualism, compatibility issues, you have to come to the right person to help you step by step, by the way, to help you become the best person you can be. I know I may sound like a Tony Robinson, but there are many types of Tony Robinsons out there, okay? I'm just different and eccentric and also anecdotal because my first-hand experiences supersedes everything else, okay? You might not find me on the internet, okay? But I'm the real McCoy if you check out my credentials down below. Also, okay, I'm going to post this on my YouTube as well. I do have a YouTube. And if you do see this on OnlyFans, you'll most likely probably find my YouTube page and thinking that I'm someone that I'm not. But of course, I am myself. And you can check me out if you like. Other than that, I hope you learned something here. What else is there to say about fall for your type, okay? It is it is a song out there by Jamie Foxx saying fall for your type. And I always felt that if people just felt fall for their type, you can actually be more happier. There is something called kindred spirits out there. No one really talks about it, but instead, most people talk about soulmates. So I had to do my research on this. Most people seek soulmates. Soulmates is basically people that you build up to what your standards are, what you want in the opposite sex. But a kindred spirit is who you are exactly in the mirror, and also your personality and personification. Lots of people don't really focus in on themselves enough. So they're trying to find this missing element with someone else. You should not do that. Focus on the things that you like about yourself first. Okay, peoples? Very important. Like, for example, like me, I travel overseas to look for virgin females because of the fact that I am more on the virgin side. You may consider me more of an incel, but I'm not on the dark side of an incel. Lots of people make fun of me because of my particular standards, okay, which are very high because I'm a true alpha, okay. You got to have these certain particular traits if a man wants to be a real alpha, or if a female wants to be a true unicorn. And when I see in females, at least I kind of balance out the things that I can't contend with. But what I'm really focused on is her health and her reproduction skills. Okay, me, I don't really care if a person is like, I'm a very flexible person, doesn't really have a great personality, or even I just want the child. I just want to take care of the child. You see how that works? You have to make some balances, okay, to make yourself more above the average person that you're dealing with. So let's say, for instance, you feel that you have this, and that, and no one can actually reach these credentials or standards of yourself. You're going to have to settle for a few things in a person, and then micromanage your way around the negative things that they may have to improve on themselves. And that's not really a kindred spirit, but it's something that you have to deal with if you really want to seek a relationship in any type of person. Okay? You have to micromanage, yes. And I do this all the time. This is why I'm paranoid of who I hang around, because my criteria of type of person is very eccentric, very abstract. So I got to be careful who I hang around, because people tend to feed off my energy but don't want to learn from it. They may like certain things I say, but not like the whole gist of what I'm saying. But other than that, I hope you understand my point. I will put this on my Onlyfans, and I'll also post this on my Facebook, and I'll also post this on my YouTube, which is the most popular areas of, social platform that I post my vital information. And I do act cringy sometimes on purpose, but that's a part of my mask, okay? So if anything I say that kind of hit a bone somewhere, always ask questions, okay? I usually keep my videos down under 10 minutes. I talk quickly sometimes because I know what I'm talking about. I do not stutter, okay? But it's very important to ask questions if you're very smart. You learn more when you ask questions. When you make speculations and you go with your emotions, your EDB, emotional douchebag, you lose. You become too liberal or libertard, or you become a far leftist. You don't want to be a far leftist, okay? You want to make sure that anyone born before 1979, which is most likely Generational X or old school like myself, I'm born in 1974, you should listen to them. Anyone born after 1979 is usually someone who's very emotional and probably haven't done the research. Okay, so I've been talking for 8 minutes now. So other than that, I hope you learned something in this video, okay? It's very important to fall for your type, or at least micromanage your way so someone can get along with you very well, okay? All right? If you're unhealthy, start focusing on the problems of your health and certain situations of yourself first before you deal with anybody else. Because if you try to put that burden of your problems upon people, it's going to come out. And it's going to be mainly your fault because you chose. If you're female, the female chooses the relationship, not the male. Okay? The ball's in the female's courts. The women are the ones who start to make the decisions to make the babies, not the men. Okay? So if you are upset about certain things I said, please ask a question. Okay? Ask a question so you can learn. Don't get upset. Okay? Don't get upset about anything I say. I try to speak about common sense all the time. I try my best to keep my conversation fire all the time. But other than that, that's all I really wanted to say. And this is a message to my Onlyfans and also to those who follow me, the few and far elite. Okay. Other than that, peace. Because I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. Peace.